Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So Bitcoin is currently sitting at $10,400 Australian as of today, being a Wednesday here in Australia. So just wanted to share my current thoughts on Bitcoin as we've seen a lot of volatility and I can imagine the sentiment at the moment is quite negative. If you're watching this, you might just be curious on price or you might be considering purchasing. So you might be looking at certain price points. Now, if I am to be completely honest, I do currently, I am a bit reluctant to buy Bitcoin at the moment. However, that's usually a general indicator for me personally, where it's probably a good time to consider buying positions because if the rest of the market kind of feels that the sentiment is negative or people aren't looking to buy and there's a continued sell off, then that generally means that there's an opportunity to buy Bitcoin at discounted prices. So with that in mind, what price points am I currently looking at? So I have entered a position mostly buying, mostly transferring some of my income and buying more Bitcoin. So the prices that I've averaged in at has sort of been between $9,700 and $11,000. So I'd say overall my total average is still around just under $11,000, so a bit higher than what the price is now. I'd say with the current price action, what I'd be personally looking at is three price points. The first one, if you sort of want to take a more risky entrance, then I'd be looking at 10,300 as my first price point. The next price point after that naturally is 9,600, which is the recent lows. And then further to that, if you wanted to consider leverage trades or you're looking to buy at 2018 lows, then you could consider buying at $8,800. So those are my three price points. In terms of price predictions, actually, before I go into price predictions, I would personally say that if you're not very good at, or historically you've found that you've lost money by trading Bitcoin, I would consider just adding to your positions or dollar cost averaging. So Independent Reserve actually reached out to me and asked if I wanted to be one of their brand ambassadors and speak about how, if I'd be interested in using their platform, and also to discuss videos like Auto Trader, which is a feature they have, which basically when you deposit funds, it has an automated system which will help you set up automatic purchases of coins, and you can choose, for example, if you deposit $2,000, you can have it automatically purchase 50% or percentage or even an amount for that amount that you've deposited, and that will automatically buy Bitcoin at the current price. So that can be a really good system if you sort of want to have a set and forget in order to accumulate Bitcoin if you feel really bullish but you're not looking to get returns in the short term. So that's something I might consider reviewing. I actually do use their platform. In terms of where I currently buy Bitcoin, I use BTC markets as well as Independent Reserve, both really good platforms. There's also BuyNance, but I generally don't use them because although they have a great system, when you look at the fees that they charge, if you're based here in Australia, you end up paying anywhere up to sort of 6 or 7% in terms of fees. So while you get a better sort of you get better liquidity, meaning that there's a smaller spread between buyers and sellers, I still think that all factors considered, including fees, including costs, you end up ahead when you trade on BTC markets or Independent Reserves. So if you guys are interested, I can make another video just to discuss those two platforms and the pros and cons and also my experience using them. Now, back to price predictions. I think by the end of this year, it's very possible that we'll reach $11,500 Australian. That's my first target price point. My second target price point would be $13,000, which I also think can happen this year, if not end of January. And then, I expect some sort of retracement from there. And then ultimately, my third target price would be at $16,000, and then ultimately back to $20,000 at our all-time high for this year anyway. So those are my areas of interest. I would love to hear what you guys are doing at the moment. Have you guys sort of are you still very interested in crypto? Is there any particular coins that you're looking at? If you've been trading or if you've been around for a little bit longer, what are your thoughts? Have you kind of taken a back foot on crypto? Are you still following it closely, or because of because of the recent volatility, have you sort of focused on your jobs or whatnot? So, or maybe, statistically looking at the audience, most of you guys are sort of in the age bracket of 23 to 30. So there's a good chance you guys are probably considering you've been working for a couple of years and you might be considering buying property, or you've just bought property as one of your first big milestones after buying cars and whatnot. So love to hear what you guys think at the moment. And hopefully you guys found this a little bit insightful. Just wanted to share my general sentiment and thoughts on prices, what I'm personally doing, and what I expect the market to do, especially now as sentiment is a little bit bearish. If you guys enjoyed this, hit the thumbs up. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't and you're watching this for the first time, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.